for how he plans to close this gap. Kelly Boss, KTN.
Let's now move to the countdown to the mini polls. And tonight, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, has found two Kasipul parliamentary candidates, Phillip Aroko, an independent candidate, and Boyd Were of ODM, responsible for the clashes that led to the death of two people. IEBC has fined the two 1 million shillings each and are expected to pay within 48 hours. And as KTN's political affairs reporter Daniel Kariuki now reports, the electoral body says they are on high alert on any candidates breaching the Electoral Code of Conduct.
Two candidates for the Kasipul parliamentary seat, Phillip Aroko, who is an independent candidate, and Boyd Were of ODM, appeared before the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, Electoral Code of Conduct Enforcement Committee, on complaints of being involved in violence that rocked the constituency in Opondo area of Kasipul, where two people lost their lives. And when the committee retreated to write their report, the two are found guilty.
Upon keenly listening to the parties and considering all the facts and law, it is the committee's finding that the two candidates in this matter are responsible for the violence witnessed in Kasipul constituency.
The Electoral Code of Conduct Enforcement Committee found out that the two failed to adhere to the campaign schedule they had submitted to the commission, a move that led to the fracas that resulted in deaths on November 6th and will now have to pay a fine.
For the violation is hereby condemned to pay a fine of Kenya shillings 1 million to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission within 48 hours of these orders. That Mr. Boyd Were Ngondo is condemned similarly for the violation to pay a fine of Kenya shillings 1 million.
The two later signed public decency agreement to shun violence.
A most stern warning be and is hereby issued to both candidates that should any violation of the Electoral Code be repeated by any of them, this committee will consider all penalties under the law, including, with emphasis, their disqualification.
My campaign, the authoritative team, that their leader, I will represent them peacefully, like I've always been. That I'll maintain it peaceful.
I've signed the political decency and peace charter for political candidates, but it doesn't mean that I'm guilty. But I want to reaffirm my commitment to advocating for peace in Kasipul.
Meanwhile, IEBC claims there is interference by the Homa Bay County government in political activities in Kasipul and condemned the use of public resources and involvement of public officers in campaigns, saying it contravened Section 14 of the Election Offences Act. The coveted seat fell vacant following the heinous murder of MP Charles Ongondo Were, who was shot dead by unknown assailants in Nairobi in April. Daniel Kariuki, KTN.
With less than a week to the